Ahoy, well, hello. It is Tees. Good day. Good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. So, I just had an interesting epiphany literally just now, and I guess this could be a spinoff to the video that I made previously about the Asians, because for a long time I felt like there's so many Asians, and it almost seems like you're cornered by them. There's so many of them. They're very quiet. They're very sneaky. And then also they may or may not be owners, if not the part owners. And then before we know it, there'll be a bunch of Asians got you surrounded, and then they'll be Bruce Lee walking towards you, literally once you're fully covered, so you won't see this one coming. And I'm not saying that it can't happen, but it's actually a spinoff. And the spinoff is basically, it's while we're looking east, west, north, and south, it's like, and even looking at the man in the mirror, I'm thinking what I'm getting my epiphany of, which I already know it's nothing new to have more than one daggers coming from more than one direction, but it's one of those things where it's like, don't just focus your eyes on them. Yes, they are invaders. Yes, they are disrespectful, and yes, they are mutinous, but don't think it ends or start there. So the video that I saw today was basically, this was a private meeting in Israel. And what they were basically talking about, there was issues, and then they were talking about, okay, we got issues, this is our problem, and then how to fix it. And their number one problem that they said, now mind you, they didn't say, my number one problem is war. My number one problem is starvation. Our number one problem is supplies. Our number one problem is disease. Their number one problem, or a major problem of theirs, according to one of the officials of Israel, is their number one problem are the black youth of America. So basically the young men and women with the black nickname of America, basically the black Americans. And what I found interesting was, I'm like, now how could these poor Negro youth, how could they be the problem? And I'm thinking the problem is, remember when I said something about the invaders? Perhaps they have something that belonged to you. What does Israel and quote-unquote black Americans have in common? And I will go as far as saying the quote-unquote original people, or the quote-unquote kin of the Messiah. Y'all may know him as Pink Jesus. But basically, who are the quote-unquote people of the book, or the quote-unquote Jews? And now when it comes as far as Jews, now I don't know East and West. I don't know if it's Jews, Israel, well, Jerusalem, Israel, and Gaza. That could be same people, different location, or whatever it is, it's Middle East. So it's that part. But Israel knows something about the quote-unquote blacks of America that obviously we don't know, because we're in the dark. We're the chickens with our heads cut off. And meanwhile, while we're the chickens with our heads cut off, you got a lot of people going out of their way to make sure that you don't find your marbles, or you don't find their head that was just severed. Because once you do, and once your eyes stop spinning, and once you really see who, what, where, when, and why, and what the F is really going on, then it'll be a whole nother dynamic. Another part that struck something to me that makes me want to do another spinoff, because I also blamed the quote-unquote blacks, and I stand on that. And the reason why I stand on it is because literally moments after, or seconds after, the lady said our number one problem are the quote-unquote black youth, and honestly, before I continue, the reason why she probably said the youth is because she probably figured the adults, y'all are so far gone, y'all no good to nobody, to the point where y'all are destroying the youth. And that's where I say I blame the blacks, because when she said, oh, don't worry, we got special niggers set aside, and I threw in the niggers, but she did say she has special bought and paid for niggers off to the side to basically misinform, to brainwash, and to lead the youth astray. And what do we call these? We call these the sellouts. And that's why I say I blame the niggers, because even if we get robbed, get caught up in a drive-by, all of the worst things happen, or even down to a freak accident, one of these niggas, we got sold out by. It always starts at home. Even with the whole, come on into our neighborhoods. Like just how the quote unquote niggers, and yes, I'm going to say niggers because you know exactly who and what I'm talking about. This is America, or it's rumored that this is America. This is rumored that this ain't even America. It's that this is Egypt. And like I say, I don't know. I'm still learning too. I'm just now coming out of Helen Keller's eyes. Okay? So I'm learning too. But basically, long story short, when you get the Negroes want to play the victim, it starts at home. Because again, I can't get my ass whooped or get my head whooped unless I hold it out. You see what I'm saying? If I'm holding my ass out to get whipped and holding my head out to get whooped, sometimes you got to take responsibility for the blows. And I'm not saying or doing anything. If I do have my hands up, I might be crying, ow, ow, taking all the blows. After a while, it's like, okay, what's your responsibility in this tragedy? And the responsibility is there were some niggers on the ground. This is why I blame you, because like I say, it starts and finishes at us. Niggers on the ground, or niggers in high places, or boule, whatever, the ones, your parents, whoever it is, held the door open for these invaders to come in, or for them to pay you to trick the up and coming generations. That's why they said they're afraid of the next generation, basically. That's their number one problem, because hey, this generation might be a problem, because again, the elders ain't shit. They're getting killed off from the vaccines. So it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's out with the old, in with the new so damn fast. You don't know what this new youth is up to, because it's like, they're damn near on their own. So it's kind of like, hey, we don't know how we'll be able to approach this one. So, and again, I blame them. I'm thinking it's so sad how though there will always be a fellow nappy head that can't wait to throw you under the bus. The same way there will always be a black rapper that can't wait to get signed just to get gunned down after the ink dries. I guess they might wait until the ink dries, then they'll shoot you for the insurance money. But it's like, and it's like, that is so true. This is why I say we are such a sick people, to where you have to sift through and maybe save the 2 and 3 that they're hoped for, and then maybe put them somewhere in a safe place where they can grow and thrive in peace. Because Lord knows, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, but I would hate to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Even though it'd be a lot easier to throw the baby out with the bathwater, there is obviously still some hope for at least the youth, even though they've been left on their own. And I'm thinking, like, that is so telling. That's a part of the epiphany, because it's like, again, somebody has to disinform and someone has to compromise the youth. So again, if I'm supposed to be a quote-unquote elder or someone to train and uplift the next generation, and I'm going on my way to destroy them because I got paid a few dollars or because I'm highly educated, that's another thing too. That's all over the place, because niggas are a hot mess. It seems like the more educated they quote-unquote educated, or the higher they're up, that's the less they can be trusted. Niggers in politics, that's a lot worse than any pink man or Jew that you ever thought you knew. You see what I'm saying? You thought you met the devil, not until you put niggers in office. And I say that too with my chest. Because sometimes it feels like if you want something done and done right, have the niggers do it. Like I say, there's always a rapper waiting to get signed and waiting to get murdered soon after. There's always a black waiting to set that terrible example, or waiting to set you up, or waiting to get into a high place just so they can tell you to get the vaccine. You see what I'm saying? If I'm a quote-unquote black doctor, I would probably get paid to tell you to get the vaccine. If I'm a quote-unquote black lawyer, I will probably get paid to tell you, oh, just take the 20-year sentence, even though you're, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, seems like doing Satan's dirty work, the niggers will always be down to do it. And I'm not saying other nations ain't dirty themselves, but it seems like when it comes to us, the people who are supposed to be the leaders, the people who are supposed to be quote-unquote royalty, all this good stuff, but it obviously have been compromised, it starts at home. You have to be let down by your family, your parents, your elders. Somebody done failed you, and they look like you too. That's the unfortunate part. And then we want to say, oh, how was it me? Oh, the pink man came in and kicked the door open. First of all, you held the door. You put a piece of somebody put you know how you put like a card or something in the doors where it don't close all the way? One of your fellow nappy heads did that, and that's how the pink man was able to come in. That's how those Asians were able to come in and steal your hairstyle and steal your breakdancing moves and virtually steal you. They're the new niggers now. Y'all thought it was the Mexicans. Now it's these Asians. Those are going to be the up and coming. Jabberwockies, Jabber niggas, what do you want to call them? Those are, you see what I'm saying? See how that, and all it takes is that one nigger to stop the Asian hate, or you climbing in bed with your oppressors, and then now we're all in trouble. Now I'm being scratched out of history, all based off of the behaviors of your fellow nappy heads, selling you out, and probably not even for a few dollars, maybe for clout. Hell, I don't know what it is. Hell, it could be for sexual purposes, whatever it is. It don't take much for these niggas to sell you out. That's why I will always blame the niggers. You're not a victim in my eyes, because I'm thinking like, I'm only in the predicament that I'm in right now because of a fellow nappy head that obviously can't be trusted to the point where your sickness is still following us centuries later. They're still fucking sick. Still can't trust these niggas. If I have a full-fledged demon coming right for me, I will be more comfortable with that demon versus with somebody who looks like me. And I'm thinking like I can let my guard down. Not really, and that's going to be the death of me. You go to any quote-unquote black family, and who is the problem? Their fucking family. Everybody who I know, and I don't want to speak for everybody, maybe I can only speak for my own family, but everybody that I know in my family that's effed up, you're effed up based off of family. What your family done to you. And then you want to come with me with that family talk? That's why I'm always blaming the niggers. Oh, but they lied to us, or they beat us, they took over our neighborhood. Yeah, after you opened the door for them. There's always going to be a nigger kicking and scratching for other groups while you're looking stupid by yourself. Haven't you noticed that? Haven't you noticed that? Another thing, too, that they said that these Israelis, or whoever they are, they're taking over states. Right now, they're in Michigan, and they said they're in Michigan and got the chanting, hear it all throughout the city, hear it all throughout the city and the state. So that's another takeover. So I'm thinking like, again, you thought you had to watch out for the migrants, thought you had to watch out for the Asians, thought you had to watch out for the pink man, but it's like, do not forget about the Jews. Now, is this what the pink people mean when they say, let's say like if we're having a discussion about racism or who stole what, and they're like, no, it's the Jews. And I'm thinking like, no, it's yous. There we go, focusing in on one part again. It's not just the devil. It's not just the school shooters. It's not just Massa. It's not just your fellow nappy head. It's not just the Jews. It's not just the Asians. It's not just all of the wrong. It's everybody. So I'm thinking that's the part where we're just looking in the Asian department. We're just looking in the nigger department. Or we're just looking at the Jews. Or we're just blaming the migrants. No. It's when I say the whole world is against you, including that man in the mirror, I mean that. Okay? And this is for the original people. That you're in trouble right now because you can't trust no damn body, including yourself. Including yourself. So again, while we want to play the victim and look around like, oh, what they're doing to us, again, those people are only in your neighborhood based off who you voted for and based off who you held the door open for. You know, what do they say? That the Negroes are the Democrats, and the Democrats have been the death of us. So sometimes we commit suicide through Stockholm. Now, we may not, I didn't realize it, just like I didn't realize I was destroying myself through Obama. But that's what slapped me back into reality. I literally got pimp slapped into reality voting for Obama, because like I said, I got trust in these niggas, the niggas that you can't trust. I'm thinking that you wanted him, oh, he's one of us, or he's a fellow nappyhead. This dude was one of the biggest imposters I've ever met. And that's why I say nigger now. I say nigger with a hard now because of Obama. I appreciate him slapping me out of my delusion, but I was still salty about that. I trusted your nigger ass, you know, so I'm just thinking like, and that's why I don't trust niggers. Because again, you think you found a safe place in your fellow nappyhead, we both smoke Swisher Sweets, or we both grew up in Chicago, or we both turned the clip sideways and think we got something in common, and come to find out this was the biggest imposter this side of Satan's bussy. And he had the nerve to be a bussy bandit. There was so much wrong with that, but I appreciate it. I appreciate getting slapped into reality. I was young and dumb, but I take responsibility for it. That was my first and last time voting. What was I like? I think 18 or 19. First and last time voting. Got pimp slapped into reality. I'm thinking like, oh, la, fellow nappy. God bless America. Slapped so hard into reality. Mind you, I was happy and upset at the same time. So happy that I woke up, but upset that slap was hard. Slap. You can still hear the echo, but it woke me up. I'm salty about the slap, don't get me wrong, but it woke me up. But like I said, that's why I'm looking at niggas like, don't bring no naps before me, no dark stuff. I'm looking at you like, who the fuck sent you? That's how I'm looking at you. Laughing but dead fucking serious, because like I said, niggers are very dangerous. Just like how that lady said with her chest, that Israel lady that said, the black Americans are my problem. But don't worry, I got some niggers off to the side to keep these niggers in line. I'm thinking like, if that's not the fucking truth, and it gets worse as you get closer and closer to politics. They have been you get all of them coming in there, rolling their eyes, stumping, especially those, I cannot stand no black female politician. black female cops, I'm telling you, ooh, you want me to see red. But yeah, they get it rolling eyes, no, that's Trump, yeah. Rolling eyes, stomping your feet, but ain't doing nothing for nobody, just showing off for the camera, and you still a fucking sellout. That's why I don't want to see no nigger woman or no nigger man in politics telling me that you're for me. And I'm thinking like, bitch, if you don't give me Biden, go get Biden. Matter of fact, bring Pink Jesus. You come before me as a quote unquote black to be my savior. I'm demanding and crying out to Pink Jesus. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. That's how bad it is with the Negro community. That's how much we cannot be trusted. Okay, you come down. Oh, I'm the true Messiah, a nappy-headed Jesus. Where is Pink Jesus? I'm demanding to know where Pink Jesus. I'm not moving until I tell you send me Pink Jesus. First of all, that's what I grew up with. And don't bring that. Yeah, don't bring nothing with naps before me telling me that that's my savior. What? If you don't go get Pink Jesus or Biden or somebody, thank you. But yeah, that's how bad it is. Because again, all it takes is a little bit of fame, a few dollars or some hot wings or something, and niggers are willing to fold or willing to throw themselves and their children under the bus for a little bit of clout. Maybe a hot wing or maybe even a hot night with the oppressor. And it's like, what have we become? And I'm thinking that's another thing too, where I go back to the whole demons. Are we the original demons too? Because you'll think like, oh, well, something we were invaded. And I'm thinking like, again, I cannot get invaded unless I open the door for you. I'll let a demon in, and oh, he robbed the place. Okay, how the fuck did he get in? Because he didn't pick the lock. So it's one of those things where like, I don't want to hear it. Now you're the victim. Now that you don't let the beast in, now somehow you're the victim. But no, really, you probably was the beast this whole damn time, and you're lying on these poor pink people. Don't be lying on the devil like that. Like, we'll do that too. Be the biggest demon this side of hell, and they're gonna lie on the devil. They do that real bad in religion too. Oh, now mind you, especially with those nigger pastors, getting into trouble. Oh, I'm just a man. I feel sure to allow the devil to use me. No, you allowed your wicked ways to use you. You had it in you. I was say these niggers cannot be trusted. Oh my God, somebody go get Pink Jesus, please, so I can calm. Man, I'll tell you, I was like, wow, if you just do the science behind what's really going on, it's just like, man. And then with all the shape-shifting going on, those Jews that are playing the role, or these pink people, those are probably blacks shape-shifting. I'm telling you, blacks are the most dangerous genre in the world. And you'll think, well, what? But we wouldn't hurt a fly. But you'll hurt me in a second. That's the thing. Again, I'm thinking like, oh, you think that's a fellow nappy head, or you think that's a quote-unquote black. You don't know what that is. That could be blackface. That could be shape-shifting. That could be robotics. That could be makeup. You just don't know. And then you think just because you're a fellow nappy head, we're the same. No. I could be an islander. I could be a saltwater nigga. You see what I'm saying? I could be a hood nigga. You just don't know these niggas. You don't know. First of all, too damn many of them, and you can't decipher who is who because there's so much deception. You can't decipher who they are. Who is that? Even the ones, and we won't argue. Okay, it's because I'm from a different side of the country, like, or a different side of the world. It's not even just that. It's the ones that you're in bed with, the family. To me, I'm more scared of family than strange niggas. Cause I'm thinking like, you would think you think you can go to mom, or you think you can talk to dad, and it's like, it's one of those things. Is, have you been setting me up this whole time? It's like they just cannot be trusted. They cannot be. And I know I'm not overreacting, and I know I'm not just spewing, because it's like, I know somebody will have a story. Oh, my mom pushed me down the stairs, or murdered my mom, or just killed my children, or it's always something with these niggas. Somebody's always going to be ready to wear the face of the villain. And not saying that we are the only villains. To me, we're the most dangerous villain, because you won't see this coming. We talk all that unity talk, coming together, or we gotta love each other. And the second you do that, that's gonna be your fault. I call myself coming together and, let's vote for our fellow nappy head. And that was my last time voting. Voting for him made me never want to vote again. And now I'm saying nigger. You see how that turned out to be? Actually turned out good for me, because it turned out really good for me. Cause like now I see. You see what I'm saying? My Helen Keller eyes they're falling away. Even though sometimes I'm keeping in my back pocket, because I appreciate not being able to see stuff or hear something at the time. I'm like, hello. But yeah, I just found that very interesting. It's like, what does Israel and the quote unquote blacks? And have you noticed we're always a topic? We're supposed to be such these dumb niggers that don't know anything, don't own nothing, but yet we're in everybody's meeting, at least at the topic. Now, you won't necessarily be sitting in the meeting, but what to do with the niggers, or it's always what to do with the niggers, And it's like, But again, what is that coalition with the quote unquote black Americans and the Israelis or Israel? And I'm thinking Israel is obviously a connection there because perhaps they have something that belongs to you and they don't want you to know about it. And they say the youth they're a threat because I don't think they can control them. It's like those are the, you know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things where it's like, Yeah, so I found that really interesting. I'm gonna look up the lady's name too, so we can look up like because they gave a name, like, oh, this lady so and so, I think her name was Marie something, but they're like, oh, this lady so and so said that Israel's #1 problem, it ain't drugs, it ain't war, it ain't starvation, it's the blacks. It's like, what is it about the blacks? And mind you, millions of miles away. You're America and Israel, I don't know where they are on the map, but I know it ain't next door. So it's like you're over the water somewhere, or you're somewhere that's not by me, and yet you're in my meeting overseas. I'm talking about you from overseas. Mind you, you're over here twiddling your thumbs, playing basketball and eating fried chicken, and they're having meetings about you overseas. So I'm saying, so I sound like we need to wake up and smell the roses. What is it about us? But we got to stay dumb. Mind you, we're in all of these elite meetings, these quote-unquote demons, rulers of the world, and these sorcerer entities are having meetings about us while we're twiddling our thumbs, eating fried chicken, and destroying the youth. Sounds like we need to wake up immediately and smell the roses. Obviously, there's much more going on us than being fools. They just tell you that. And they say that's a trick too. Oh, just tell them that they're a fool. And for some reason, we're believing it. And again, that's another thing too that should be a red flag. If I have to go out of my way to remind you that you're foolish, it's like, hold on, am I really dumb? Because do you really have to tell someone who's dumb they're dumb? Do you have to call a piece of crap doo-doo if it's clear that that's doo-doo? I don't have to get, hey, you know you're doo-doo, right? Okay, first of all, I can see you, smell you, and probably stepped on it about 7 times. I know what a piece of doo-doo is. And I damn sure wouldn't be pulling over reminding this piece of doo-doo or even looking at it unless you're going to clean the shit up. So it's one of those things like, what is it about the American Negroes to where everybody and their mama are hating on you? They want to be you. I mean, working hard, taking over, to tell you the truth. And they've been doing this for centuries. They're doing it. I'm thinking it's happening slowly but surely, like as far as me fully taking over you. But what is it about you that the whole world is not only hating, but they're having meetings about you? They probably want to eat you too. They will eat your ass too, because they said, I don't know who this was that was online, but they said human meat is good with soy sauce. I heard they say they will eat the shit out of you. Damn sure going to be experimenting on you and probably just going to just use you for what you're worth. Take you, use the parts. But yeah, very interesting. This should be an eye-opener. Understanding that hidden hand outside of yourself, outside of you destroying yourself, what else is coming after you and why? You're supposed to be so terrible, so the worst of us all. Why do I have to remind you? Why am I all over you? And if, again, you're so terrible, but yet I make money talking about you, exploiting you. There's even niggers that go out their way to talk about the blacks. So there's something that's like, you say I'm a fool, but hold on, y'all making millions of dollars off, millions and billions off of me. I'm this and that. And if I'm the hot topic, everybody's going viral, but I'm not shit. What kind of shit is this? Trust me, it's something. American niggers, figure out what it is about you. We use that as homework. What the fuck is it about me that you gotta remind me I ain't shit? Meanwhile, you wear my robe. Having meetings about me overseas. You see what I'm saying? Having meetings. What is it? What is it about you? Be well, be safe.